Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. Now today when I woke up, I was surprised to see some patch notes for Call of Duty Black Ops 3. This is patch 1.14. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to get into the good stuff quickly, let you guys know what is actually important in this patch as I always do in my patch videos, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this one. We're not going to dawdle around. We're going to get straight to the point. But first, if you guys could subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, I'd appreciate that, as well as if you guys could drop a like on this video. Now this patch 1.14 is live right now on the PS4, and I'm sure it will be live on the Xbox very soon. It's kind of dumb how, you know, the Xbox and the PlayStation are very split, but this is a PlayStation 4 patch update, and let's get right into it. So first off, for the general multiplayer, Mercenary playlist has been retired. If you were a fan of that, I'm sorry. That's the one note we can get from that. The other thing is we have a lot of other changes to CODcaster mode. If you want to see those, I'll link the patch notes down in the description. Those I really don't think are that important. I really care about the changes to multiplayer, and there's quite a few of them today, so let's get right into it. First of all, we have two changes to the Specialist. The Specialist Outrider Sparrow, which is the bow and arrow lady, has increased speed to maximum arrow charge, increased rapid fire rate, so it's basically a buff to the Sparrow. The Sparrow has been very bad throughout all of Black Ops 3. It's always been probably the worst Specialist in the game, I would say. I don't see anyone use that because it's really hard to hit your shots, and why use the Sparrow when you could just use a Scythe or a Tempest or an Annihilator or anything that would be better than that. So that is a buff to the Sparrow. They've been buffing it for a while and it still hasn't been good. I'm guessing this buff won't be that big as well, but who knows. The next thing we have here is a nerf to the Prophet Tempest. Now Tempest is one that's very overpowered. They reduced the beam size, which basically means you have to be more accurate with it right now. It's going to be harder to hit your shots. Who knows how much harder it's going to be. I'm sure the Tempest will still be a very good specialist. However, they're nerfing the Tempest is basically a buff to the Scythe, because Scythe and Tempest were neck and neck for the best specialist weapon, as well as Purifier. So basically, if they're nerfing the Tempest, it means the Scythe and the Purifier are going to be more widely used. Now, let's get right into the creative class. They've made changes to a lot of guns in Black Ops 3, and this is what I love to see. So let's go right into it. There's some changes in here that I really hate, some that I like. So for the creative class, submachine guns. With the KUDA, they've reduced the 3-hit kill damage range and reduced the 5-hit kill damage range. So that's a pretty big nerf to the KUDA. I don't really see why they do that. The KUDA was not that overpowered in my opinion. The VMP is overpowered, not the KUDA. And they really just shit on the KUDA with this nerf. I'm kind of upset about that, and I'm sorry to you KUDA players. That kind of sucks, and I'm probably not going to be using the KUDA as much anymore. With the VMP, they've reduced the recoil stability, which basically means they've increased the recoil on the VMP. So it's basically a nerf to the VMP, a nerf to the KUDA. So those, I guess because they figured those were the two best submachine guns, which means people are going to be using the Weevil a bit more probably now. And also, they've done a patch update to the VESPER increased recoil stability, which basically means it's easier to control the recoil, or there's less recoil on the VESPER. So it's a VESPER buff. The VESPER is now better, which is good because I like the VESPER. I don't like how they, did the nerfs to the VMP and the KUDA, but at least they're doing something good to my VESPER. Now in the assault rifles, we have one change to an assault rifle, or from a normal assault rifle. It's the Man of War. Reduced reload speed, so it takes longer to reload, and reduced aim down sight speed, takes longer to aim down sights. I don't like this change at all. Obviously the Man of War is a very powerful assault rifle, but so is the M8A7, and the Man of War is basically the only one that could put up with the M8A7, and now it looks like, from this patch update, it looks like they're just solidifying the VMP and the M8 as best guns as well, because the KUDA and the Man of War were the closest things to the VMP and the M8, and obviously it looks like they really nerfed the KUDA. They really nerfed the Man of War, and just a tiny nerf to the VMP, and the M8 has been left untouched. So I don't really know how I feel about that. I do like the VESPER buff though. We're definitely going to be using the VESPER a lot. That used to be my favorite gun in the game. Next we have black market weapons. We have the HG40 increased 3-hit kill damage range, which is good. The HG40 needed a buff. Looks like this is a pretty big buff on that. The MX Garand increased reload speed, increased recoil stability, increased hip fire accuracy. Good buffs for the MX Garand. It may be better than the Shiva now. It's going to be more debatable. And the FFAR increased recoil stability, increased hip fire accuracy, increased aim down sight speed. So some pretty good buff to the FFAR. I'm sure the FFAR still won't be the best gun in the game though, because it was really bad before this patch update. And those are all the changes we have to the guns. They changed the fracture game mode. They basically just added a few medals that you can get in there. You know, just extra medals you can get in the game. I don't really care that much about that. They did some fixes to the new DLC maps, the Empire, Cryogen, Berserk, and Rumble. They basically fixed a lot of glitches on those maps, and that's about it for the multiplayer ones. Basically, they've done changes to zombies as well, just fixing glitches, fixing patch updates, stuff like that. And I'll leave the link to the patch updates down in the description below if you want to read through all of them. But I think I covered most of the important stuff. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys could, drop a like on this video. Be sure to subscribe and you know, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And I'm out. Peace.